GITEX at Dubai World Trade Center from October 10th through October 13th, 2022, where we discuss all things around blockchain, NFTs, cryptocurrency, Web 3.0, and the metaverse. My name is Steven, and I'm excited to be joined today by Cointelegraph Japan's Hayate Matz.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to be here to host this webinar series with GITEX Global to bring to you what's happening in blockchain inside the MENA region. Be excited for more.
Hello. So this time we're here in person for our third webinar for Future Blockchain Summit. We're very happy to have Naveen from Inery, and today we're going to have an interview with him in person at last. Tonight you're going to fly off, so let's kick off the interview.
Let's kick off. So glad to be here.
Thank you so much. So can we start off with a quick intro about yourself and your role at Inery?
So yeah, my name is Naveen Singh, and I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Inery Blockchain. We are a layer 0 protocol, and our focus is to solve some fundamental problems which are in the database management system in the decentralized space. So the blockchain is primarily built to target the problems which the decentralized world is facing in terms of data.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So where are you with Inery right now? What point in your roadmap are you?
So we have a very strong technical team, and we are 3.5 to 4 months ahead of our roadmap.
Wow.
The mainnet is completed. The 3 rounds of private testing of the blockchain has been done. We are planning to launch in the next 3 to 4 weeks the public testing of the blockchain. And after that, the database part is also on the last phases. We are just building the libraries. So we are good to go. Technical, we are actually ready to launch.
Wow, that's amazing. So by launching, you're going to welcome in a lot of people who are going to use your blockchain in this use case, correct?
Yes. We would like to welcome all the technical people or anybody who's using a conventional database or different blockchains, or would like to come into the space of the data management. We don't say data storage because we are not a file storage blockchain. We are otherwise a data management ecosystem. And we'd like to welcome, we'll be hosting hackathons, and we'd like to welcome the whole technical community to come to do the public testing, test the mainnet, and after that test and use the Inery DB.
Amazing. So the Inery DB, why is it so important for these Web3 applications and maybe metaverse, GameFi, all these projects that are coming out from Web3 right now to use data management software like what you're providing?
So you have to see like that all the decentralized apps which are based on different chains have a small lacuna, and which is that every one of them is using a centralized database.
Yes.
Mostly it's known sequence based, which is Mongo DB, which is the widely used, and there are other ones also. Now in that part, they have a single point of failure. So how an app is completely decentralized? An app is dApp when they are completely decentralized. So to have a completely decentralization, they need a decentralized database, which is not existing and which we are working upon.
That's amazing. And I think you said that there are more use cases other than Web3 as well. How about conventional companies as well who are using centralized storage? How would they integrate your service as well?
So we are into decentralized space. We are a blockchain, and we are proud of that. But a major advantage or the major plus point of Inery DB is that anybody who is not so comfortable or who is not in depth into decentralized space or the blockchain space can actually use Inery DB as he is using a centralized DB. So if he's using Mongo DB or MySQL, he can just the same way without having an in-depth knowledge of blockchain, download the framework and use the Inery DB system. His data will be not on the centralized server, but on the Inery blockchain, which will give him a foolproof security. And the cost, I must mention, are significantly low. It could be 100 to 1,000 times lower.
Wow. You have to try it then, definitely.
Yes, I have to try it.
So it's on the way to be already used from the public. So what are the major things that you're working on right now to finalize the steps until you release?
So at the moment, the whole technical team is, there are segments of the technical team which our CTO and co-founder has allocated them different tasks. What we are working now is the launching of the public testnet.
I see.
So anybody can come and test the blockchain. And we are open for the critics to then adapt and do the final mainnet launch. And after the mainnet launch, within 3 months, we'll be launching the first ever decentralized database system.
Wow. So when actual Web3 applications start using your server, which I think they will, what happens when they want to bring their data to other chains as well? I see that you are the zero layer blockchain, right? So how that transfer the data to other chains and some already existing chains as well?
So you're right, we are layer 0 protocol. One of our major goal is to the compatibility of the cross-chain. And we are actually started working a few months back with different protocols to give them a graphic user interface so that their blockchain can actually interact with our blockchain and we can do the data transfer part. So there can be two different blockchains whose they're using the Inery DB as a framework and at the fundamental level using the Inery blockchain for the data, and they can actually both communicate through each other, or you can actually transfer items from one to other using our layer 0 protocol.
Wow, so that means that, for example, in the Web3 area, if there is a game on one chain, they can interoperate with other games that are on other chains as well.
Fundamentally, yes, but then there comes a lot of technical parts, and there is still a lot of work to be done in that. But fundamentally, yes, that's the goal. So that makes life, because at the moment, the decentralization or the Web 3 point, we are absolutely decentralized. So one is not communicating with other, and that's a space where we are coming in. We have a saying also on our website, we are actually connecting the disconnected world of Web 3.0.
Amazing. So why did the team actually start on this venture? Can you tell us more about your team?
Yes, so me and our co-founder together, who's the CTO, Mr. Ivan. So it's actually the brainchild of Mr. Ivan. He has been in technical field for the last 15 years. And our technical team comes from Serbia, which is a country in Europe, in Balkans. And Serbia has given one of the best protocols until now. To name few, the Polygon, Cardano, Solana, all these, the core team was somewhere, somehow connected to Serbia. Serbia is known for its best class developers, and our whole technical team is based in Serbia under the guidance of Mr. Ivan. And it started because we were working in the data world, and coming from a conventional IT company, we use the frameworks of different databases on regular basis. And then we saw the challenges which they have, and the security is one of the most important challenge. If you see that 47% of the framework of Mongo DB were hacked in the last few years, which has nothing to do about Mongo DB, but because it's a centralized part, there is a single point of failure. And then you have a manipulation of the data, you have a loss of data, and it's even having different redundancy, it's difficult to retrieve the data. Whereas the blockchain in itself is kind of a data management system. Every blockchain is blocks made of data. But if you design a blockchain which actually sustains and supports the fundamental part of the data management, then it's an amazing tool. And it's a little bit challenging. I would say we are working on it more than 3 years now. So there are a lot of challenges, and we are the first movers. Of course, there are challenges which are coming on daily basis. But we are on a very good track, and we think we have solved that issue, which is going to add a lot of value in the both decentralized and the centralized part of the developers. So they would have a tool where they can play without even having a fundamental knowledge of blockchain.
Absolutely, this is super exciting. And the fact that you have How many engineers are working? You already said that you're 2 to 3 months beforehand on your roadmap. That's amazing.
So we started with around 10 guys, and now the team is around 33 programmers.
Wow, amazing. Great. So, you're going to have our Future Blockchain Summit in October, and of course, you'll be there. What would be a message that you would like to send to the people who are coming, and for exhibitors that are going to be your neighbors, maybe? Who would you like to collaborate with, and what kind of collaborations are you looking for in the summit?
So we have a motto as Inery team, the core team and the extended team, or anybody who has put their faith in us and have invested in us, and all the technical community out there. We always say that it's a full community-based project. It's a decentralized project. So everybody who's holding our tokens are a part of the team and have a certain value and duty with the blockchain. So I would like to welcome everyone to the Future Blockchain Summit, and we are open to do partnerships and strategic collaborations with all existing chains, especially in the field of metaverses, because this is a field which is absolutely disconnected from each other. Everyone is kind of in a race to build a metaverse or be a part of an existing metaverse, whether it's VCs, programmers, gamers, or anyone. But one challenge which we see as the foresight is that in the coming next 2 to 3 years, we will have hopefully very good metaverses, but you cannot actually interact from one metaverse to other or actually exchange the NFTs between the metaverses. And that's where the Inery Layer 0 protocol comes in handy. That's a problem which we are solving. So from space to NFT, metaverse, and existing blockchains, anybody who has to do with high security of the decentralized database system, and all the programmers. We are welcome for everyone, and come and meet us in the GITEX, and we are open for every kind of collaboration and strategic partnerships.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. We are very excited to bring Inery to GITEX, and of course, there are going to be a lot of metaverse projects in the Future Blockchain Summit. So I hope they can collaborate with you. And
most welcome. Most welcome.
Then they can interoperate with each other.
Hopefully, yes. It's a lot of work to be done, but we will get there.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us before the trip, and we'll see each other again.
Thank you, Matt. It's good to be.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.